So it seems like Kendrick Lamar is like the last boss, the final boss, but he throwing like everybody out else from the stable at Joey. And Joey been lighting their ass up to pause on that, but
Yeah, he been running through.
he can't. He's, he said somebody said Miss Parker said that Joey Badass trying to kill his own career.
Hey, you gotta listen to these records though to keep it
Different.
fair.
This ain't Drake right here though. I
Yeah,
say that.
you gotta listen. You gotta listen to Joey to
I
keep it
won't
fair.
disrespect him. Joey got the ball.
We always have him.
I don't know if Joey has the music.
Yeah, the music is a struggle if we talking about who gonna drop another Not Like Us. Kendrick gonna win it all day. But if you just talking about the bar game, what Kendrick talking about, going bar for bar, Joey got his ass right there. I ain't lying.
But I'll say this. When like the stuff Ray Vaughn was coming up with, like Ray Vaughn was trying to say stuff about Joey Badass, like using the Diddy parties, and like to be real, ain't nothing really on Joey Badass that you got. But I like how Joey been coming with his bars, like creative. He like, hey bro, like Ass Cheek. He said, you know, Ass Cheek tried to diss me. Like, you think I'm gonna get dissed by a nigga named Ass Cheek?
Right.
Like, Joey's doing the right way. He's taking what you, it's like counterpunching in the right way of battle rap without making stuff up, without like just reaching into something, like reaching for something that's not
He's
really
straight
there. He
rapping.
doing it
It's
the
straight
right way.
bars. Yeah.
He's straight rapping and using your name, using what you doing, like you running up on me, like holding down New York, like that's what his. It ain't. He ain't doing too much. You like, hey bro, why you say all that? We just battle rap.
And it's
Right
little
at the
shit
line.
that I respect, like where Kendrick annoyed me sometimes. Cause like when Kendrick wanted to blow up when he was hungry and it was about offing everybody head, he named everybody on record. Because he knew the advantages of what that shit would look like. Fast forward, we got a Kendrick that just dropped GNX fresh off a beef with Drake, and he redacting shit on the intro. So it's like, where we at? Because you know, this is hip hop. Where Joey at right now, how he moving. That's how you moving. Keep this shit about the records. You know, it ain't about no I'm gonna meet you in the street. None of that shit. It's just we on these
I'm a
bars.
light ray. I like how he transited. He said daylight, this little light of mine. He said something about daylight. Then he said, yeah, I'm a light ray. He said,
Come
my
on,
son, I'm a bean. Talking about he gonna light Ray Vaughn ass up.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
it was cold.
Hey.
It was smooth too.
That boy said, I'm gonna have to charge you for this. We call it a catastrophe.
Come on,
Man,
man.
hey, I was like, Joey, Joey, that dude that be playing at the park. You like, he want to play one-on-one. He been working on. You like, yeah.
And so,
I beat the
and tell the listeners part of our conversation, right, Holiday, where it's like the backstory on this shit, man. So for those that's checking it out and they like, nah, Joey gonna get ate up. Pause. It's like, let's go back to when Kendrick dropped Control. Joey started subbing the nigga in because he felt like he was left off the record, and also recognized that Kendrick called himself the King of New York, which Joey been doing for 12 years. So, you know, you fast forward a couple years when Kendrick drops A Pimp a Butterfly, they asked Kendrick, what artist are you listening to the most? He said, man, all I'm checking out right now is Joey Badass. That boy a monster. So when you already know that a nigga that acknowledged you, but he ducking the smoke, and you know you nice, come on, bro. Yeah. This nigga wanted Drake. And that go to my point last year, y'all, when I said, yeah, he want Drake, but he won't fuck with Royce the 5'9". And that's my point.
Is this, I'm saying, certain battles to me aren't good, or certain fights aren't good because one person is too big for it to even be about what it should be about. Like, I like Beans versus Kids. That's even, right? Okay, but we got, when it was Cannabis versus LL, even though Cannabis, I'm a big LL fan, big Cannabis fan. Cannabis outdid him, out-rapped him, right? He still lost because it's LL Cool J, bro.
Man, look.
Like, you still lose, Joey.
Hey, man.
Because it's Kendrick. No matter what happens, it's still like he's too big of a star. He's on tour with SZA, bro. He just did the Super Bowl.
I don't know about all that. I saw
power.
Mike Tyson lose to Lennox Lewis. So that's my point. You get the wrong, fight.
That's a Hall of Fame.
You get the wrong fight.
That's still a Hall of Fame.
You get the wrong fight, the wrong opponent. Yeah, you go down as a Hall of Famer.
It's more Buster Douglas, bro. Okay, this is the thing about it. I don't think even to defeat Kendrick Lamar, honestly, Joey ain't gonna go that dirty to where it would take. Like Drake had a chance. It was a good battle because I feel like it's the same Joey with J. Cole. You don't have to get too dirty for it to get to the point where people feel like you killed him.
Nah, but see, that's the difference, Holiday. We give a nigga credit for saying that he hate everybody the same way he hate Drake. You pay attention to things that you hate a little bit more than shit you like, or shit you indifferent or biased to. You feel what I'm saying? So I don't think that he would have went as ham on Cole. I just think it would have made Cole uncomfortable of the two. But that don't say that he would have had something for Cole. I think that just you talking about a nigga who braid his hair, paint his nails, make songs for women. It's easy to pick it. It's just a different angle. But I also, to my perspective, that's why he ain't fucking with real MCs. Look at who he messed with: Big Sean and Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Like,
Young
if you
said that styles make spice. I agree with that. I like what y'all saying with that, but I think, like I just said, it has to be the right setting.
Big Sean,
Like
bro.
Jay-Z versus, I'm just saying, Jay-Z versus Nas was that because I think if somebody else would have done either, if Styles P versus Jay-Z, we're gonna talk about Styles P in a minute. If Styles P did the same song Nas did, he still lose. If Styles P dropped Ether versus Jay-Z, you see it has to be Nas. That's just why I view it. Like Joy, I ain't saying Joy's just a bum, but it's Kendrick Lamar. We just already, before we came on, we like, the man's ruling the game right now. This is his reign right now. I just can't see him.
Yeah, but you won't know who the next prince is if you don't defend the title, bro. If you selective about defending your title, Kendrick moving like Mayweather right now, where I choose Jake Paul.
It's always been like that though. You gotta be in my weight class though. You gotta be there. He can't just. That's why he's sending like Ray Vaughn. They like you running into them because he's like that's the level you on.
Yeah, but
you ain't on. My
you can argue though. What rapper popped on Bad Boy other than French Montana? So it's like Bad Boy ain't the label as the marquee for spitters and how you move in New York. When we know New York's been pretty much judged off lean back since 2008.
I would love, like I said, if they can find a way to do it, and you know what I'm saying, like I check because I look. But this thing, hear what I'm saying though. Sanchez and Anam ain't even heard the disses from Joey. That's my
right.
I really can't speak on it and shit.
If they ain't heard, if these folks be on that type music, that's what. So we know if they ain't heard it, like nobody has heard it, but like us.
Yeah, but Ray Vaughn wasn't a formidable opponent either. Like, don't nobody know Ray Vaughn of the two before it just become a who know Joey. Don't nobody know Ray Vaughn but us for sure. It's one of them. He definitely don't have one.
Yeah, he ran up on Joy, but see, Joy could have did that. The same thing that Kendrick's trying to do to Joy. Joy could have did Ray Vaughn like that, and they like, because they ain't on his level as far as exposure, in my opinion.
Yeah, but Joey owed a game because he been acting, so he been away. So he
right. Joy want the smoke.
Yeah.
He wanted. He like, but this is the thing that I'm saying. Now I will say this though: if you running and sending all these people at me, all these little goonies at me, and I light them up like he been lighting them up, you gotta come on down, bro. Like I see if I lost. Like everybody you threw at me in your defense, man, they got gunned down.
That just show you how irked he is by Drake. He's annoyed that a nigga been subbing him at that level for 10 years. That a nigga directly calling him out.